Beyblade X, a generation full of surprises every single month, whether it's a new bay announced or a singular part to be released. But most surprisingly is the balance it has in comparison to the prior generations, with Season 3 of Beyblade X coming out with the all-new CX system on the rise. Takara Tomy surprised us all with another release, but not just any release, another BX line release when we all thought BX line was dead, and it gave us shelterdrake. Shelterdrake is the fourth bay in the Drake family line, following Impact Drake. However, it's not a true Drake, as we have seen in the anime as they unveiled all three shelter bays, presenting them to Kamen Z or Seal Kaminari as he continues to obsess over Chrome. Now, Shelterdrake is a right-spinning balance type bay with two other counterparts that, for the first time in Beyblade history, takes part in the mainline story, with the defense type as well as a stamina type. Now, unfortunately for Shelter, unlike its predecessors, it did not get received well as its release came closer. Despite being a Drake whose family line runs heavily on the heavy size, Shelterdrake fell short quite a bit in comparison to the others. But is Shelterdrake really as bad as they say? Or is this bay holding a secret power that will soon be released with the CX line? Now that we will discuss soon after we unbox it and reveal the blade of Shelterdrake. So let's flip this box over and check out what this random booster select comes with. Now, as we can see from the top, you have a randomly selected bay packaged inside, with the red Shelterdrake as the prize bay, following the yellow and then the green. Of this entire set, we are only getting two new parts with it, the blade as well as the 780 Ratchet. With how highly used and highly competitive the 7 Ratchets are in Beyblade X, I for one am rather excited to see how well the 780 Ratchet holds up to the others. Now, aside from the blade and the 780 Ratchet, we are also getting a new recolor of the 360 as well as the 570 Ratchet, as well as new recolors of the dot bit and the orb bit. But of all the parts associated with the Shelterdrake bays, the blade is what has my attention, as it is the key to understanding the CX system releasing in March of this year. So I say let's get these underrated badasses out of here and let's check out the BX-39 Shelterdrake complete set. And here we are. I do apologize, I did not hit record for the unboxing portion, and it's kind of something you can't really do over, but here is the complete random select Shelterdrake set. Now, these bays actually look pretty fantastic. Despite the traffic light color system going on, I'm actually digging the color choices of all three bays. Now let's first go over the blade, Shelterdrake. The blade is exceptionally light and thin in comparison to any of the other Drake bays, but there is a reason for that, and a reason not to be so worried over. As Takara Tomy pushes to make Beyblade X the most balanced of all generations, the release of Shelterdrake was to showcase and give you a BX line bay that will be fully compatible with the assist blades from the CX line. Now, the bottom of the blade is relatively flat and the plastic is flush with the metal contact points. When attaching the ratchet, you'll notice a fairly large gap between the blade and the ratchet. Now, this will be a key feature of which bays are going to be compatible with the CX line's assist blades. So for the weight, all hope is not yet lost for Shelterdrake. But for now, this is just a mere rumor and a leak from a trusted source, so ultimately we will not know until the end of March with the release of the CX line. Now, the ratchet is that of the 780 Ratchet, and I'm really liking the color scheme of the 780, but I am still curious as to how it will hold up to the 70 and the 60 versions. 80 ratchets are not that highly used due to the height, making it easier to knock out or burst with a more exposed ratchet, but not all 80 height ratchets are bad. Now, the bit that comes with the prize Shelterdrake is that of Gear Point. Now, of all the gear variant of bits, Gear Point is by far the most consistent and the best choice. Gear Point is a very viable bit to use and has been used quite frequently in tournament play. I for one am actually really happy they used gear point for this combo choice. Now the other parts that the set comes with is the yellow shelter drake equipped with the 570 ratchet and the orb bit. 570 was a decent ratchet, not the best, with 580 outperforming it and performing more consistently. It was still a decent ratchet to have. However, the orb bit was the second stamina bit released in Beyblade X and was dominant alongside the ball bit, both getting slapped hard with the restricted parts list for how well they performed. And the last Drake Bay we have is the green shelter drake, which looks absolutely amazing. The green shelter drake is equipped with an exceptional color of the 360 ratchet as well as the dot bit. The 360 being the oldest and still one of the most used meta ratchets in the game. The dot bit is one of the best defensive bits in Beyblade X and is also rather hard to obtain, so having another one to add to the collection does feel pretty nice. But I say let's stop talking, let's get the stadium out and throw these bays inside and see how good Shelter Drake really is. And there we go, the stadium is out, and as always we'll be using the standard Extreme Stadium by Takara Tomy, the best stadium to use when testing out a new bay or a new combo. Alright, so we first got Cobalt Drake out going up against stock Shelter Drake, the prize bay. See how the first and the last of the Drakes does against it. Look at Shelter Drake, he's actually going toe to toe with Cobalt Drake. Maybe, is he going down? Nah, it's gonna come to a tie. We're gonna have to get those guys another round. Alright, there's a burst. There goes Cobalt Drake out of that one. Alright, there we go. So we get a win in for Shelter Drake. Now Shelter Drake does hit like a truck. The ovalist shape does provide for some pretty gnarly attacks. So there goes Cobalt Drake is still going to take down Shelter Drake. Ooh, that was a good move right there. Shelter Drake on Cobalt Drake. Ooh. Yeah, I think, yeah, Cobalt Drake is done for. He got hit way too hard right there. There it goes, Shelter Drake. He just ripped Cobalt Drake apart. That was intense. Woo! Yeah, he definitely hits like a truck, that's for sure. Oh, whoa! The move by Cobalt. Cobalt Drake is pissed. He flipped him upside down mid-battle. That was awesome. There it is. Once more, Shelter Drake. Okay, I'm actually really liking this bay. I'm really liking it a lot. All right, now we got Cobalt. Oh, Cobalt Dragoon and Shelter Drake. I don't know what happened there, but that was awesome. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Oh, ow! All right, round 3 maybe. There it is. There's the extreme finish. And here we go. Just imagine the assist blade. Oh, that was a good move. Just imagine how good Shelter Drake will be once we get the assist blades in Beyblade X through the CX and being able to equip it to Shelter Drake. That's the thing I'm looking forward to most with Shelter Drake. Because he, just like that, he's took out Cobalt Dragoon, granted a stock combo Dragoon, but it's still a very solid stock combo bay. But just imagine the sheer power Shelter Drake is going to have once you're able to equip an assist blade onto it, essentially. It's going to dominate, I can tell you that right now. It is already actually a surprisingly extremely good bay, despite how light it is. But let's battle those guys one more time. Woo! Oh, he's out and right back in. There we go. There we go. Okay, now you can kind of see how it's parring away the attack. Oh! Woo! All right, as I was saying, you could, at the start of that battle, not the end, at the start, you're able to kind of see how it was parting off Cobalt Dragoon's attacks. His attacks wasn't really sending Shelter Drake scattered and flying throughout the stadium. He was still staying relatively centered to the entire stadium. So that's a good thing right there. But overall, I am really loving the prize stock combo for Shelter Drake. I think it's actually pretty fantastic. Alright, now we got Impact Drake out. In my opinion, one of the best Drakes. Let's see how well Shelter Drake does up against it, since it's possibly mostly designed to kind of counter Impact Drake's blade. But he's doing actually a very good job. Look at that. He's doing a very good job at repelling away the rubberized attacks from Impact Drake. Let's see if he can do it again. Oh, that was a good extreme dash. Too bad he missed. Oh, almost an extreme finish for Shelter. Okay, there he goes. Yes. Complete domination over Impact Drake. Now here we go. Let's try it again. Oh, good counterattack right there. He's just dodging all of Impact Drake's extreme finishes. There you go. See, there you go. You can see it. The blade and the gimmick of the spin guard for Shelter Drake is actually working very well. There you go. See, completely destroys Impact Drake once more. Alright, here we go. Is he going to take him out again? There it goes. There's the extreme finish. That's all we needed. Right there. See, I don't know about you guys, but I really do think that this is a new mold for Gear Point. It is moving so much more aggressive. And once more, the stamina type takes it out. That was awesome. But I'm telling you, I think there is a new mold for this Gear Point. I don't know about you guys, but it does seem to be very much more aggressive and moves around a lot more than the original print of the Gear Point that came out with Unicorn Sting. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. See which of the Shelter Drakes is the best. Ooh, once more, the yellow. The stamina Shelter Drake. I like this a lot. It is dominating. Alright, here we go. Prize stock or ooh, stock is angry. There we go. Shelter Drake. Red Shelter Drake is angry. Alright, here we go. Try them again. These guys hit like trucks. I'm loving it. I think the stamina combo for Shelter Drake is actually pretty fantastic. Yeah, he's taking out stock again, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there he goes. OG Red Shelter Drake down and out. Oh, really fast. Ooh, oh, he's almost out. Oh, the counter. I would be so angry if the yellow one does not take it after that sick counter he had jumping off that extreme line. I'm mad. Alright, here we go. Now we got the defensive type one with the dot bit, my favorite defensive type bit. Let's see how well it does up against the regular original Shelter Drake with the Gear Point. Oh, that's a good hit. Alright, there goes. OG has that one. They got some hot. Oh! They got some hots. Oh, there goes the burst. OG has that one. And here we go. There we go. Oh, the speed. I don't know what's going on. These bays are actually so light that they kind of jump around rather than actually connect really with the extreme line. There goes OG has that one once more. Now here we go. Let's try this again. Don't know what happened. Right, here we go. Try this again. Oh, the first. Woo! Woo! That was a suicide run for the green one. There we go. I don't know if you guys can just imagine once the CX. Oh, there it goes. The green one finally got a point. Like I was just saying that I'm excited for the CX to come out so we could test out the assist blades essentially. I could just imagine just how powerful Shelterdrake is going to be once we're able to equip some assist blades to it. Alright, but there you guys go. Front to Karatoming, the latest random select set with Shelterdrake. Now overall, I am actually rather pleased and rather surprised on how well Shelterdrake is performing. The ovalist shape that Shelterdrake has does make it be able to provide such a heavy impact and recoil, and I could definitely see it being used highly with some attack type bits and some attack builds. That much I could say for sure. But comment down below, what combos are you guys running with your Shelterdrake, and have you guys had any luck with taking some serious wins with this bay? But that is everything for this video. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Stay tuned, we do got more Beyblade X content coming to Let's Spin Bays, including an all new combo video coming out this Saturday. But in the meantime, have yourselves a great night, and I'll catch you in the next video.